Every man has asked this question at some point in his life. What kind of man do women not just like, not just date, but truly honor and appreciate? Not the fake flattery kind of appreciation, not the thank you for dinner kind of appreciation. I mean deep respect. The kind of honor that makes a woman look at you and know in her bones that she cannot take you for granted, that she has to show up for you because of the man you are. Most men chase love. Some chase lust. But very few chase honor. And that's the problem. Because honor is where everything changes. When a woman honors you, she doesn't just stay. She invests, she respects, she admires, she follows your lead. And the truth is, women don't honor every man. They honor specific kinds of men. But before we dive into it, let me say this. If you're watching right now and you're serious about becoming the kind of man women respect and never play games with, then hit subscribe. Because this channel is where we cut through the noise, expose the truth, and give you the tools to live as a man of power and purpose. If you've been searching for raw, real advice, this is it. So subscribe now, and let's keep building. Now, let's get into it. The first type of man women always honor is the man of integrity. Integrity sounds simple, but it's one of the rarest qualities today. It means your words match your actions. You don't say one thing and do another. You don't promise the world and deliver excuses. You are solid. And here's why women honor integrity, because it creates safety. Not the fake safety of money or gifts, but the safety of trust. When a woman knows you are who you say you are, she relaxes into you. She knows she doesn't have to second guess, and that creates deep respect. Without integrity, you're just another smooth talker. With it, you're unforgettable. The second type of man women honor is the man of purpose. Purpose is magnetic. A man with no direction is like a ship without a captain. He drifts, he wanders, he gets pulled by the current of life. And women can feel it. They may be entertained by him for a while, but they will never deeply respect him. Why? Because women know instinctively that a man without purpose cannot lead, and leadership is what they crave. A man with purpose doesn't need to explain himself. His life speaks louder than his words. He wakes up with fire. He's building something. And women look at him and think, this man is going somewhere. I want to be part of that journey. The third type of man women honor is the man with emotional control. Too many men think Stoicism means not feeling anything. That's not it. Real Stoicism is mastery over your emotions. It means you feel, but you're not controlled by those feelings. When you're angry, you don't lash out like a child. When you're stressed, you don't collapse. When you're tempted, you don't betray yourself. That kind of control is rare. And here's the truth. Women test men's emotions all the time. Not always consciously, but it's in their nature. They want to see if you're steady, if you can hold the frame, if you can remain calm when chaos hits, and when you do, their respect for you skyrockets. The fourth type of man women honor is the man who values himself. This is self-respect in action. It means you have standards. You don't let anyone, man or woman, disrespect you, use you, or waste your time. You know your worth, not in an arrogant way, but in a steady, grounded way. You don't chase validation. You don't beg for attention. You bring value to the table, and you know it. A man who values himself teaches women how to treat him, and women always appreciate the man who doesn't let them or anyone else cross his boundaries. The fifth type of man women honor is the man of consistency. A lot of men can impress women for a week, maybe even a month. They show their best side in the beginning. But after a while, the mask slips. The effort dies. And that's when women lose respect, because they realize he wasn't real. He was just performing. But the man of consistency, the one who is solid every day, not just when it's convenient, he stands apart. He doesn't just work hard one season. He builds year after year. He doesn't just treat her well when he wants something. He does it because that's who he is. And that level of consistency builds honor like nothing else. Let's pause here and break something down. Many men think women honor looks, money, or charm. And yes, those things can attract women, but they don't create honor. Honor is about character. It's about the traits that last when looks fade, when money goes up and down, when charm gets old. It's about the core of who you are. That's why so many men with money get disrespected by women, because money bought attraction, but it didn't buy honor. Let's go deeper. Women honor the man who chooses discipline over comfort. Discipline is rare today. Most people chase easy pleasure. They want the quick reward. But the disciplined man is different. He controls his habits, his time, his focus. He doesn't waste his life scrolling endlessly, chasing distractions, or giving in to every impulse. And women see this. They see that he is in control of himself, and that makes him powerful. Because if you can't control yourself, how can you lead anyone else? Another trait is honesty. Not brutal honesty that's just cruelty in disguise, but real honesty. The courage to say what you mean and stand by it. Women might get angry when you speak the truth, but deep down they respect it. Because they know you're not afraid. And they know you're not fake. And a woman would rather deal with a man she can trust, even if she doesn't always like what he says, than a man who hides behind lies. Now let me share something most men miss. Women honor the man who holds his frame. What does that mean? It means you don't bend your values just to please her. You don't let her moods throw you off your center. You remain grounded in who you are, no matter what storm comes. Women test this constantly. They push buttons, they create drama, they challenge your decisions, and they're not doing it to destroy you. They're doing it to see if you're strong enough to hold your ground. When you do, their respect grows. When you crumble, it disappears. So let's summarize part one. The men women honor are men of integrity, purpose, emotional control, self-respect, consistency, discipline, honesty, and frame. These are the foundations. Without them, nothing else matters. You can have charm, jokes, looks, and even money. But if you lack these traits, women may enjoy you for a moment, but they'll never honor you. In part two, we'll dive even deeper. We'll talk about leadership, resilience, how women actually show appreciation when they respect a man, and the practical steps you can take to become this kind of man starting today. Because this isn't just theory, it's about transformation. Now that we've laid the foundation for the type of man women honor, integrity, purpose, self-respect, consistency, and emotional control, it's time to move into the higher level traits. These are the qualities that don't just make women admire you privately, but make them honor you openly, in front of others, for years to come. The first is leadership. Leadership doesn't mean bossing people around. It doesn't mean controlling every move a woman makes. True leadership is influence without force. It's being the man who creates vision, who sets direction, who makes decisions with clarity. And here's the secret. Women naturally admire leadership when it's rooted in strength, not ego. A man who takes initiative, who isn't afraid to step up when everyone else hesitates, becomes unforgettable. Women feel safer, more feminine, more open around a man who can lead. But leadership isn't about her. It's about you leading yourself first. If you can't lead your own life, you cannot lead anyone else. The second is resilience. Life will test every man. You will be betrayed, rejected, doubted, maybe even broken. But here's what separates respected men from forgettable ones. They rise again. Women honor the man who refuses to stay down. Because resilience shows that no matter what life throws at you, you can't be destroyed. You bend, but you don't break. That kind of strength makes a woman feel like she's with someone unshakable. She knows storms will come, but with you, she won't drown. The third is discipline with desire. Most men are slaves to their impulses, whether it's lust, greed, or laziness. But the man women honor is the one who channels desire into power. He can say no to temptation. He can walk away from easy pleasure. He can focus on what matters most. And that's magnetic, because a man who cannot control himself will never be respected. But a man who masters himself, he earns respect without asking for it. Now let's talk about generosity. Not the shallow kind of generosity where you buy gifts to buy affection. Real generosity is when a man gives without losing himself. He shares his wisdom, his time, his resources, not to impress, but because it's who he is. Women honor this because it shows abundance, not scarcity. It shows you're not desperate. You give because you overflow, not because you're trying to earn love. Another trait women honor is accountability. Weak men always blame others. They point fingers, make excuses, and refuse responsibility. But the man who owns his mistakes, who learns from them, who says, "This one's on me and I'll fix it," that man stands apart. Women respect accountability because it proves maturity. It proves you're not just a boy chasing fun. You're a man who can carry weight. Let's go deeper into appreciation. When women honor a man, they show it in specific ways. They defend him in his absence. They brag about him to their friends. They listen when he speaks. They support his vision. They follow his lead. These are signs you should always watch for. Because if a woman is with you but doesn't respect you, her actions will show it too. She'll dismiss your words. She'll argue endlessly. She'll test without end. But when she honors you, she softens. She supports. She invests. And that's the proof of who you are as a man. So how do you become this man? It's not about tricks, tactics, or fake charm. It's about growth. Step 1, define your purpose. What are you building? Where are you going? What legacy will you leave? Step 2, set your standards. Decide what behavior you will and will not tolerate, from yourself and from others. Step 3, develop discipline. Wake up earlier, work harder, and cut distractions. Discipline is freedom. Step 4, master your emotions. Stop reacting like a child. Breathe, think, respond with control. And step 5, lead yourself. Take responsibility for your life, because no one else will. Here's what happens when you do all this. Women don't just like you, they honor you. They don't just date you, they commit to you. They don't just enjoy your presence, they respect your absence, because they know you are rare. And in a world full of weak men, rare men are worshipped. But let me leave you with this truth. You don't do this for women. You don't build integrity, purpose, and strength so women honor you. You do it because this is what it means to live as a man. Honor and appreciation from women are side effects, not the goal. The goal is self-mastery. And when you master yourself, everything else falls into place. So let's wrap it up. Women will always honor the man who leads, who is resilient, who is disciplined, who gives generously, who takes responsibility, who stays grounded, and who lives with purpose. Not sometimes, always. And if you commit to becoming that man, you won't just get respect from women. You'll get respect from everyone around you. Now, if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed yet, let me be blunt. Don't just watch and move on. If you're serious about building yourself into the kind of man women honor and the world respects, then hit that subscribe button right now. Because every week we break down the truth about relationships, masculinity, and stoicism in a way no one else does. Don't miss what's coming next. Subscribe, join the brotherhood, and let's keep growing together.